player, Jake McClellan from the U19 Advanced Islanders.
Welcome back one and all to the Al McGuinness Sports Center for this contest between the Cape Breton West Islanders and the Halifax Macdonalds. This is a presentation of the Nova Scotia U18 Major Hockey League in partnership with High Button Sports. Excited to have this matchup here. The teams line up at their respective blue lines for the national anthem.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Al McGuinness Sports Center. Please rise and remove your hats for the national anthem.
So the Islanders coming off a win last night against the March and Milko Hunters, a 4-2 victory, while the Max just getting back in the win column with a 4-0 shutout last night as well at the Member 2 Arena over the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush. So this should be an exciting contest. Both teams looking to string some wins together in the home stretch of the regular season before playoffs begin. And these teams, you'll remember, in the last two seasons met in the playoffs multiple times. The longtime rivals, mainland versus the island, as we get underway here. Cape Breton West win the draw. Taken to Ellis, trying on the near side for Fleet, chips it out to neutral ice as it's picked up by Hunter McDonald. He chips it into the zone and chases it down. Riley Creelman on the back check, drops it off near side. Lead pass by Liver, taken away now by Creelman. Creelman into the zone, shoots, and a stick save there for Jack Bell. He gets the start and goal for the Islanders. Off on the far side wall, Islanders looking to dig at it. McCackern trying to find McDonald. Right away the intensity quite high for this one. Fleming a drive, and that one goes wide. Now the McDonald's looking to get established on the forecheck here as Liver gets a hold of it, tries to center. That was blocked by Ellis. Gathering it again. The Max set up. Suds moves it across. Quick shot from distance. Patted aside by Bell into the corner. McCackern chips it off the wall. Hunter McDonald trying to ship it. Fleming takes a hit on him and gets the worst of that, as that one goes all the way down the ice. Campbell stopping it up for his defense. As out comes Jack Skinnish, leading point getter on defense for the Max. Moved in. Pass in the front, deflected, and a chance at open side there. A close call there. Trenum with the active stick to block that from getting a shot away. Working the corner now. Max looking to gain possession. Here comes Chisholm to McGuinness. Jake McGuinness off the wall, intercepted by Ginnish. He gets checked on the blue line hard. Looks like a clipping collision there as Ginnish slow to get up. And looked like almost a knee-on-knee there. Dangerous collision, and of course we don't show injuries here on High Button Sports, as Ginnish in quite a bit of discomfort here, and that's a Big loss for the Max. If Guinness is injured badly here, as he's their leading point getter on defense with 35 points in 27 games played in the regular season. Trainer coming on the ice to assess the situation. So our thoughts go out to Jack Guinness at the moment as he attempts to get back to his feet here. Helped by the trainer. Quite a bit of discomfort here. And Guinness finally back to his feet here. So a rough start to this one as star defenseman Jack Guinness slowly makes his way off the ice. And so we commence with an offensive zone draw here for the Islanders. Kieran Macdonald on the draw. Shearer wins it back off the wall. Chasing it down is John Hugh McGuinness. Welsh far ahead of him. Almost trying to get ahead of him. It's off the wall and a foot race for it here as Creelman tries to get back. Will Chisholm trying to put it in front. Off the wall. McGuinness trying to work it in deep. Taking it on the near side. Odell finds Shearer. Shearer trying to move wide. Quick shot and a great pad save there by Bell. On a snappy shot there. Hard check on the wall as Welsh went down on that one. Kieran Macdonald, he gets checked. So physical play already a big factor in this one. Both teams exchanging body checks as Jake McGuinness gets a hold of it in the corner. Stick check by Suds. On the point, McNeil. He fires in and around the boards for the cycle. Battle in the corner for it. Picked up here. And that one caught the ceiling, so that'll be a stoppage. This first period brought to you by Superline Fuels. Worry-free home heating, oil and propane delivered proudly by local experts. Comforting your family is our priority at Superline Fuels. Face off in the offensive zone for the Islanders. Taking off the draw, Haverstock trying to get it ahead. Ellis on the retrieval for the Islanders. Up against Haverstock. Whips it around near side. Lex Watt on it. Suds intercepts. Moves it across to Boutelier. It's in the feet of the official. He has to gather it in. Ellis moves to neutral ice. Chips it ahead. Delayed offside. The Islanders tag up as Davidson skates in the corner trying to get established on the forecheck. But the Max with possession here. Haverstock. Chip back in by McCackern, and that one whistled down on the offside call. We'll have a face-off on neutral ice. Aiden McDonald on the draw. Liver trying to get possession. Watt gathers it in. Backhands it into the corner. Suds on it. Trying to drop it off for Boutelier. McDonald on it. Moving it behind. Trying to cycle it for Davidson. Liver off the wall and out to neutral ice. Lucas Chisholm picks it up. He dumps it into the zone. The Islanders reset. Here comes Liver up the wing. Liver dumps it into the corner. Chases it down. Up against Lucas Chisholm. Liver in the corner. Battling against McDonald. In front for Fleming, a drive. That one went wide. Uzuchukwu trying to cycle it in deep. Taken away. Here come the Islanders the other way. Delaney down the wing. Pass in front to McDonald. Nice move. Backhand shot. And that one whistled down. Almost caught the wickets there of Cale Campbell. But quick to smother it up for the whistle. Lance Hookshorsh on the draw in the offensive zone for the Islanders. Quick shot off the draw, steered aside by Campbell into the corner. Good battle there. Hookshorsh with the check in the corner. Max looking to clear. Chip play out to neutral ice. Bottomley dumps it into the corner. Sullivan chasing it down against McGuinness. Taken free by McCacker. Near side for Delaney. Off the boards. Max reset. Here's Bottomley with it now. Toss your feet ahead to Sullivan trying to catch McNeil sleeping. As McGinnis kicks it after it against Lovett. He gets a check for good measure as it's on the far side wall now. Moved on to the point. Creelman. Shot from distance. Gloved down by Bell for the whistle. And a stoppage in play. The gamesmanship in this game started early with plenty of almost extracurriculars in the warm-up. Both teams trying to get in each other's heads. It's always a aggressive tilt at the Almaguer Sports Center between these two teams. And it usually packs the arena. As we have a decent crowd here today as Macdonald chases it down. He gets checked. Shearer with it now. Off the wall. Chipped ahead by McCackern. Picked up once again by Shearer. He takes a check. Or rather, that was Welsh with the body check, not Shearer. So Creelman to Welsh, a shot, save, rebound chance, it's loose in front, picked aside by Ellis. Great defensive play by number 22. Moved out by Fleet across to McDonald. Hunter McDonald down the wing, tries to make a move, he does. Gets it to Fleet, back end, feet in front for McDonald. He couldn't pull the trigger. What a run and gun pace to this one to start things off as McDonald drops it for Ellis. Ellis on the point, hounded there, taking out the puck. Creelman moves it ahead to Shearer. One-on-one, Shearer. Could be a 2-on-1, moved across. Back in front of the same made collision there with Bell. As one of the Max players is in the blue paint. Has to get back up slowly as Fleet makes his way the other way. Tried him a drive from distance. That one blocked by Suds. Suds gathers it in. Lead pass across to Welsh. Drops it off for Haverstock, but Chisholm is there first as Fleet tries to get off to the bench. Here's a chance, and that's going to be an offside there against the Max, and we'll have to reset. What a pace to start this one, folks. I'm running out of breath just calling it. Face off in neutral ice. McDonald against McKay. Boutelier off the wall. Picked up by Chisholm. Dumps it into the corner. Chasing it down is Will Chisholm now. The check on Suds for good measure. McDonald trying to hold that against Strong. Down the corner again, Will Chisholm and Suds collide. Near side, Haverstock trying to pinch on the wall to try to get a hold of that puck. Picked up there by McDonald as he turns with it. Haverstock takes the body on him, but McDonald still has the puck. In front to McGinnis, a drive, and that one deflected into the netting for a stoppage in play. Another offensive zone draw here for the Islanders. Aiden McDonald up against Evan Liver. Fleming chips it off the wall. McNeil on the intercept. He gets a hit from Uzachukwu. Off the wall, looking to find Liver in stride. That one was all the way down for an icing against the Max. We'll go all the way back down for this face-off. Hook Shorts once again on the draw against Liver. Wins the draw to Watt, who tried to get a shot away. On the point, McGinnis can't hold the line. He has to backtrack. It's spin move there, tries to dump it back in. Creelman on the reception. Riley Creelman across to Suds. Suds. Fleming tips that into the zone, and a forechecking effort here ensues for the Max. McGinnis around to McNeil. Near side Watt. Suds intercepts. Deflected on goal, and a pad save there by Bell. Fleming. Look at the sign, the net comes off and almost falls on top of Jack Bell there. You don't see that too often. Now, good news for the Max. It looks like Jack Skinnish is back on the ice here, so had enough of a recovery from that collision earlier. Let's see how he performs here on the blue line. Back into the play as that's moved Near side for Watt as he chases it down against Guinness. Watt moves wide. Spins. Off the wall. Ellis on the point. Drive there. Deflected by Hookshorst wide. Watt in front of the net for Davidson. On the point shot by McCacken goes wide. Ellis battling against Liver. Taken free by Davidson on the point. Davidson moves it across. McCacken waits and takes, and that one blocked in front by Breen. Great pressure in the first here by the Islanders. Unable to cash in just yet. Doesn't move it across. Ellis trying to dump it back in there against Breen. Breen skates out with it now. Moving up the ice. Nice couple moves. Stripped to the puck. Here comes Lex Watt the other way. Trying to slide it ahead. And taking it away now is Myra. Myra dumps it in the corner as Lucas Chisholm chases it down. Chisholm gains possession. Tries to make a moves. And Trenum having to backtrack. Great forechecking pressure here by the Max as they look to force some mistakes out of the Islanders. Shot from the point by Myra, deflected by Trenum. Trenum up against Sullivan. Moves it to Chisholm, ahead for Watt. Unable to corral that as it's taken once again by Myra. Moves it across. Creelman back to Myra. Just out of his reach. Into the neutral ice. Sullivan slides it for Lovett. Lovett down the wing. He's got a man in front. Pass across. Backhand shot stopped. Into the poke check there by Bell. As Bottomley looked to move it across to the backhand, and a great active stick there by goaltender Jack Bell for the poke check. As if Bottomley got that one across, he would have had him beat. Great anticipation by number 29 in goal for the Islanders. And now an offensive zone here for the Max. Lovett on the draw against Macdonald. Clean win by Lovett. Back on the point, rimmed around the boards. Looking to get the cycle going here of the Max. Hard check on the wall. Pass in front, intercepted, Lovett. Down to neutral ice, the Max have to reset, chopping it back into the zone. Picked up by McNeil, moves it across for McGinnis. Hard outlet play for Delaney, unable to handle the pass. Another lead all the way down. And trying to play it there was McGinnis, so icing waved off. Beside McNeil, outlet play, finds McGinnis. Jack McGinnis, that is, as it's moved across. Shearer dumps it, lobs it out to neutral ice as McNeil, it's in his feet. Gains it on the near side wall, moves it ahead. Lead pass for Welsh, fired back in by McGinnis. As Suds retrieves that, moves it across for Welsh, intercepted by Fleet. Colby Fleet holds on. Shoots it from distance, that one looking for a deflection from Macdonald in front. And he was unable to get a stick on that. Here comes Suds. Suds able to play a far wall for Welsh. Intercepted by McCacken as he skates up with it now. Thomas McCacken down the wing. Drops it off for Macdonald. Intercepted by Guinness. Guinness has lost his glove. He has to retrieve that. Ellis off the wall and back into the play. Here come the Islanders again on the attack. Ellis across the line. Stops up. Pass in front. Intercepted there by Guinness. Great defensive play by number 21. Here comes a chance down the wing. Breen holding on. Steps free. Shoots it, and a pad save there for Bell. Real run and gun pace to this one here. Just over the halfway point of the first period of play. Hunter McDonald. Drops it for McCacken. McCacken. Lead feet ahead for McGinnis. Nice move by McGinnis. Stepping free to the goal. Backhand shot off the goal post. Another wraparound chance. Another save. Rebound chance. Chopped wide and over the goal. What a play that was by Jake McGinnis. Could have been a highlight reel opening goal for this one. And he just beat the pad of Campbell, but he caught the goalpost. McDonald off the wall. Trenum on the point. Shoots it. Blocked by Odell. Great play by number 22 as he collides with Trenum on the point. Aiden McDonald in the corner. McDonald gets taken down. Islander bench looking for a penalty on that one. They're not going to get it. It's that one all the way down. And that's going to be an icing call here against the Max. And with that, we'll go to the TV timeout for a message from our sponsor.
Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better. Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better.
With a timeout over, we go to this face-off in the offensive zone for the Islanders as the teams reset for this draw. Hook short on the draw against Shearer. Shearer wins that draw off the glass and out to neutral ice. Off the bench, here comes a chance. Moving ahead, shot there and a save made. As Strong has lost his helmet on that play. Well, Strong collects himself to reset his bucket on that rush opportunity. They'll face off in the offensive zone now for the Max. Okay. Ball start to the draw there. On the tie-up, picked up there by John Hugh McGinnis. Near side wall for Jake McGinnis. Out the play to neutral ice, picked off by Creelman. Creelman tries to re-enter the zone here for the Max. McGinnis off the wall and out. Creelman gets that to Suds. Back to Creelman. Creelman through neutral ice. Shoots and a save made by Bell. A rebound chance for Creelman, covered up by Bell as it's bobbled momentarily, but he gathers it in for a stoppage in play here. Another face-off, this time to his right. McKay on the draw against Hookshores. Hookshores wins the draw clean, moved around on the far side wall for Will Chisholm, trying to chip it out. Kept alive by the Max. Creelman on the point across to Haverstock. Trying to work it down low for Strong, unable to get a stick on that. It's moved out. Suds gathers it in. Cross to Creelman. Riley Creelman dumps it into the corner, off the glass and around the boards. Bell stops it up behind his own goal. Leaves it there. Intercepted by Haverstock, a drive, and that one blocked inside. Hookshores, taken by McGinnis. Outlet play, intercepted by Creelman. Will Chisholm trying to sweep it out to neutral ice. Hookshores moves it ahead for McGinnis. McGinnis out front, and a great active stick by McKay. Another chance for McGinnis. A rocket shot. He scores! Jake McGinnis, who was checked on the play, got the backhand shot off into the goal. And McGinnis, slow to get up here, will just move the camera off him momentarily. Seems to have the wind knocked out of him on that hit as he was hit on the follow-through for the shot. So Traynor coming on the ice here. As McGinnis in some discomfort after scoring that goal. So McGinnis makes his way back to the Islanders bench, and our thoughts are with him as well. So taking quite a bit of punishment there to get that shot away and the goal. By the way, the Islanders hit the opening goal of this game. Macdonald steps up against Liver. Guinness. Cross. That one covered by Bell. Moved in by Uzochukwu, trying to find Liver now. The Macs looking to get back on the board here. And here comes Davidson wheeling down the ice, trying to send it for Watt. That was intercepted. Uzochukwu. Near side, Watt chops at it. Fleming trying to chase it down against Davidson. Pops up for Macdonald, skating free. Into the corner against Guinness. Fleming. Intercepted by Watt. Watt makes a move. So he sweeps it to the front. Davidson unable to pull the trigger as it was just behind his wheelhouse. Fired down the ice by the Macs. That'll be icing against them. A face off the offensive zone here for the Islanders. On the draw, Macdonald gets it to Delaney. On the point now to Chisholm. Chisholm, a drive from distance, goes wide. Macdonald trying to follow that up. Near side, Fleming ahead for Uzochukwu, one-on-one. Uzochukwu moves wide. To the goal, Uzochukwu! And he put it in the net, but he had collided with Jack Bell and the net, and the net came off the moorings. I'm not sure if the puck went in on that one either. I thought I saw it go in, but obviously the net went off the moorings beforehand. Either way, we have a face-off in the offensive zone for the Macs here. Off the draw to Myra on the point. A drive deflected wide by Lovett. Post call there for Bell. On to the point, Myra again. Shoots it from distance, deflected by Delaney wide. He's got a leg on that. Chisholm chases it down, stops up. Moves it off the neutral ice and hit the official, and Creelman takes possession. Max looking to reset. Bottomley plays it for Creelman. Creelman on his off wing. Stepping inside, shoots, and a blocker save. Rebound chance. That one off the side of the goal. Delaney moves it ahead for Macdonald. Aiden Macdonald through neutral ice. Moves wide. Drops it off. Quick shot goes wide. Into the corner for the cycle here. McNeil on the point. Chips it ahead to Macdonald. Trying to make a move. Knocked off by Creelman. Macdonald skate the stick. In the corner to Delaney. Delaney rubs off a check and gets it to Macdonald off the wall. Chipped out to neutral ice as McNeil has to retrieve that and reset for the Islanders. McGinnis. Saucer feed on the near side. Breen chases it down. Finds Suds. Suds. Pass off the wall. Intercepted here by Macdonald. Leaves it there for Hookshores. Lance Hookshores moves wide. Shoots it towards the goal and looking for a passing option there for Fleet. He was unable to get a hold of that puck. It's a pass a little too hot to handle there as Hunter McDonald battling there in the corner. Colby Fleet goes after it as McNeil taking for a ride on the wall as Hookshores goes to try to dig that puck loose. Finds McNeil. McNeil. Oh, a hard check there by Breen on McNeil as he dumped into the ice. Goodness gracious. In the corner. Hunter McDonald chasing after it against Welsh. He takes it for a ride on the boards, and that one's going to be called here. Likely a boarding call going to take place here against Hunter McDonald. As Welsh gets back to his feet and recovers from the check. And so our first power play of the game going to go to the Halifax Macdonalds here. On a cross-checking penalty to Hunter McDonald. So this one brought to you by Ideal Concrete. As the Halifax Macs on the power play here. So look out They're dangerous as always, and even more so on the power play. Look for them to take their time and set this up. They can win the opening draw on this faceoff. Shearer on the draw against Macdonald. Off the tie-up, picked up by Lovett. Macdonald fires it off the wall and down the ice to kill some time to start this penalty kill. Campbell. Pass to Creelman. Creelman wraps it around for Shearer. Macdonald catches him by surprise and tries to sweep it into the zone, but Shearer intercepts. Sets it up. Creelman behind his own goal. Riley Creelman. Near side for Liver. Evan Liver down the wing, dumps it into the corner to get things started on the cycle for the Max. Back in the corner, Ellis fires it off the wall. That escapes to neutral ice. Creelman. Saucers it to Shearer. Here comes Shearer. Moving through neutral ice. Dances and drops it to Liver. Liver to the front and hops over Lovett's stick. McGinnis back on the ice and into the play here as Jake McGinnis has recovered from that, getting the wind knocked out of him on that goal he scored as he's back in the play. Creelman. Far side for Welsh. Welsh dances past McGinnis. Holds on to it on the far side. Drops it off for Odell in the corner. Back off the wall and McGinnis intercepts. Here comes Jake McGinnis down the wing against Jack Skinnish. Dumps it in. Picked up by Welsh now. The Max looking to reset. Just 33 seconds left in their power plays. Guinness drops it back for Welsh. Welsh leaves it for Sullivan, unable to make a play there as it's fired back down by the Islanders as they make a change to the penalty killing unit. Suds behind the goal. Near side for Guinness. Jack Skinnish down the wing. Holds on, Giddish to the goal, back at Johnny scores! What a goal by Jack Skinnish. Back into the play and back on the board for the Max. As that'll count as a power play goal. Jack Skinnish with a dipsy-do, moving wide. A nice power move. Takes it right to the goal and slick on the backhand, beats Jack Bell. And it's a tie hockey game here, 1-1 apiece. Off the draw, Guinness takes possession. Suds back for Guinness. Josh Guinness. Far side for Bottomley, who dumps it in for the Max. McNeil off the wall for Watt. McNeil has to chase it down here. He rips it around the boards for Jack McGinnis. He's checked into the wall. Hook short. Suds. Near side for Guinness. Jack Skinnish. Dumps it into the far corner as Ellis has to chase it down against Bottomley. Ellis moves it behind for McNeil, across to Watt. Lex Watt down the wing. Left the puck behind. He has to follow it up and sweep it for Macdonald. Watt intercepts at the blue line. Moves it in the corner for Macdonald. A good active stick there by Campbell. In front of the net, a chance for Davidson, or McGinnis rather. And he couldn't corral that enough to get the shot away on the backhand. Feed in front, intercepted by Bottomley. He saucers it out to neutral ice, where Ellis has to take reception of that. Chips it past. Picked up near by Fleming. Fleming skates out of his own zone. Here comes Fleming down his off wing. Shoots it, and a save made there by Jack Bell. Shots are 12-5 in favor of the Max to start the first period. Minute and 2 remaining in the opening frame. Liver on the draw in the offensive zone. Doesn't win it back to Shearer on the tie-up pick and moved out to neutral ice. Suds chips it back in as McCacken retrieves that here for the Islanders defense. Moved across, chipped into the Max bench by Hunter McDonald. We'll have a neutral zone face-off here. Off the draw, moved ahead by Fleming. Chips it into the corner against Ellis. Check in the corner, great aggressive forecheck here by the Max. Spinning it in front, Shearer a drive off the glove, a rebound chance in front, and that one blocked. Another chance. It's still loose. And finally, dog pile in front of the net here with 34 seconds to go in the first. What a sequence that was. How did that stay out? My goodness, Jack Bell in goal. Battling hard here. As the Max aggressive as always. Trying to enforce their will in the offensive zone. Off the draw, shot from distance. That one off the knob of the stick of Bell into the corner. Kieran Macdonald holds on, drops it off for Trenham. Back for Chisholm. Lucas Chisholm. Lead pass for McGinnis. Oh, and he just mishandled the pass. It goes into the corner. Pass in front of that shot. Score! He followed up the play. Stayed parked in front of the net for a pass from below the goal line. And it's McGinnis' second of the game to make it 2-1 Islanders here with just 15 seconds left to go in the first. What a play. He didn't give up on it. He lost the handle of it on the breakaway. But the follow-up in the corner led to a chance. Stayed in front of the net in good position to receive the pass. And McGinnis has 2 on the evening so far, or the afternoon rather. As that one dumped in. So the Islanders will likely take a 1-goal lead into the second period, but here come the Max. Watch out, 1 second to go. Shot. Glove save by Bell to end the first period of play and take us into the first intermission with a 2-1 Islanders lead heading into that second period. This first intermission brought to you by Ron McGilvery Cheb Buick GMC. Whether you're looking for a new or a new-to-you vehicle, Ron McGilvery Cheb Buick GMC has you covered. With a wide range of selection, amazing deals, knowledgeable and friendly staff that will get you into your dream vehicle. Visit Ron McGilvery Cheb Buick GMC and Ron McGilvery Certified Pre-Owned Center at 75 St. Andrew Street in Antigonish, or call at 902-863-2803. That's 902-863-2803, or shop online at rmggm.com. That's rmggm.com. The Islanders would also like to extend a thank you to Zutphen Contractors and Ideal Concrete for participating in their co-branding program. In addition to being a member of the Islanders sponsorship team, they've also sponsored tracksuits for the 2025-2026 coaching staff and players. And also a special thank you to Nova Trophy for providing the Islanders players and staff with Islanders hoodies this season. So a 2-1 lead for the Cape Breton West Islanders heading into the second period. We'll be back for that second period live from the Almaguetta Sports Center after this short intermission break. Stay tuned. Jack Bell and the Islanders make their way back onto the ice surface. The Macs already on their bench, getting ready, getting set for the second period of play. 2 goals in the first by Jake McGinnis gives the Islanders a 2-1 lead heading into the second period. Of course, that last goal coming with just a few seconds remaining in that first period of play. That first goal he scored, of course, getting the wind knocked out of him on a hit following the shot, and then the next one, a breakaway pass and a follow-up in the corner. But he was parked in front to receive that pass and put it home, and now look for the Macs to come out guns a-blazing in the second here to try to get a quick tying goal. Shut things off, but here come the Islanders right off the jump. Will Chisholm, a shot towards the goal, goes wide. Here come the wall. Ellis knocked down. Here comes Creelman. Creelman drops it off for Uzuchukwu. Knocked off by Ellis. Ellis moves it across for Chisholm. Will Chisholm into the zone, trying to chip it ahead. Suds gathers it in. Finds Uzuchukwu on the near side, off the wall, out to McCacker. It hops past him. Ellis off the wall. Hard check there on Fleming by Ellis. Here comes Uzuchukwu. Jansen drops it off back in front, and a great active stick there by Macdonald in front. Chisholm trying to find McGinnis. Gavin Suds. Outlet play to neutral ice, picked off by Ellis. Here comes Ellis in the zone. Trying to drop it off for Chisholm. Ellis follows it up and dumps it in around the boards for Hookshorst in the corner. Hookshorst knocked down by Suds. Off the wall, Liver picks it up. He gets checked by Chisholm. And looked like Chisholm caught his man up high as Liver down on the ice. And play whistled down here. As Liver slow to get up on that hit. No penalty called on the play. We'll move the camera away here as Liver recovers. The Liver makes his way back to the bench. And I hope he's okay on that hit, as Evan Liver is the leading goal scorer for the Macs with 39 points in 28 games played. Things have been aggressively physical in this game on both sides. As Davison tries a shot, that one fired down the ice as Bottomley chases it down. And Bell forced to cover as Bottomley was hustling in towards the goal crease. This second period brought to you by West Nova Fuels, worry-free home heating, oil and propane, delivered proudly by local experts. Comforting your family is our priority at West Nova Fuel. Face off in the offensive zone for the Macs. Off the draw, a quick shot, and that one goes wide as Sullivan pulled the trigger on that one. Bottomley back in the corner, looking to get the cycle play going here as Sullivan gets after it. Sullivan onto the point. Moved across to Breen, unable to hold the line here as Davison chips it ahead. Chases after it against Ginnish. Moved across, Sullivan near side for Lovett. Lovett off his skate, chases it down against Chisholm. Chisholm near side for Trenham, it can't hold it as Sullivan goes after it in the corner. Shot towards the goal, covered by Bell for a whistle and a stoppage in play. They'll face up in the offensive zone here for the Macs. Will Shearer on the draw here against Aiden McDonald. Shearer, clean draw win for Odell. Odell moves wide. Check there and pinned to the wall as Welsh tries to help him out. McDonald on his own end. Hunter McDonald moving behind the goal. Here comes McDonald. Knocked off by Suds. McDonald picks that up. And McDonald hit hard by Welsh. Other man falling on the ice surface there. As Shearer tries to hold out against McGinnis. John here, McGinnis skates in. Loses the puck. Welsh through his own legs, and that one picked up here Moved in by the Max here. Shot there. Save made by Bell. Rebound chance. And play was whistled down. And a couple of skirmishes in the corner here after that shot, after the whistle by Max forward Carter Odell. And the Islanders took exception to that. Quite a bit of extracurriculars here early in the second. No penalties called on the play here. We'll resume with a face-off in the offensive zone for the Max. Shots are 19-7 in favor of the Halifax Max so far in this game. So Bell's had to stand tall so far in this contest, and I'm just hoping for it to continue here, but also hoping to get some more chances of their own here against the Max. And easier said than done, but so far they lead the game 2-1 on a capitalization of Jake McGinnis for 2 goals in the game so far. Haverstock getting possession off the glass. Ellis holds the line. Kind of skated in. That one off the wall. McCacken down to retrieve it. He has to hustle against McKay. There's McKay. McDonald on the near side. Creelman intercepted by Hunter McDonald. Slides it to Delaney. Matthew Delaney with Aiden McDonald with him. Delaney crosses the line, shoots, and a glove save made by Campbell. As Hunter McDonald gets in the mix here in front of the net. So some more extracurriculars here. The gamesmanship extends here into the second period of play. No love lost between these two teams. As Kieran McDonald on the draw against Fleming. Wins it to the point. Trying to drive to traffic save made by Campbell. As Chukwu picks it up. Lead pass ahead for Liver. Liver stops up. Shoots. Pad save made by Bell. Off the wall to Breen. Breen on the point. Moves it across. Gets it back. Breen shoots from distance. Pad aside. A rebound chance. Delaney picks it up now. Saucer pass across for McGinnis. Over top of him. All the way down. Icing waved off here as Breen gets a hold of it. Breen, outlet play through neutral ice. Trying to spring Liver. Hard check on Chisholm. Chukwu gets a hold of it. Shoots it in front of chance. Fleming. Backhand shot goes wide. Here comes McGinnis on the near side. Loses a hold of the puck. Liver with it through his legs. Moves wide. Evan Liver sweeping it. Taken by Trentham. He gets checked. Good battle here as McDonald pins his man to the wall. Taken away by Liver. Liver behind the goal. Spinning it in front. On the point sides. A hard wrestling match in the corner between Kieran McDonald and his man Fleming. A shot from distance. Save made. Closing the wickets there was Bell. Great pressure here by the Max. Creelman on the point. Shot towards the goal. Stopped up by McGinnis. He takes possession. Takes a few whacks from Liver. As that whistled down. A hard check there on Fleming. And Fleming gets out to his feet and starts with a jawing match and as well as a little sparring match here on the wall as things getting increasingly chippy here in the second period of play. And so it looks like the Max are going to be penalized here as Liver goes to the box. So it's going to be a power play here for the Islanders, brought to you by Zutphen Contractors as Liver serves his time in the box. And the Max don't like the call, but they're going to have to ensue with a penalty kill here as the Islanders set up on the power play. Colby Fleet on the draw. Chips it into the corner against Creelman. Creelman off the backboards, hustling after it is Chisholm. Chisholm against Lovett. Off the wall and down for the Max to start the kill. Bell leaves it behind for Trentham. Sullivan on the forecheck. Watching his man Trentham as it's across to Watt now. Lex Watt down the wing. Chips it past and chases it down as Chisholm gets a hold of that in the corner. Bill Chisholm tries to slide it for Fleet. Intercepted. Taken away. Sullivan lead pass for Lovett. Knocked off by Trentham. Finds Watt. Watt moves into the zone. That's going to be an offside call against the Islanders here. As Creelman and Watt gather together here by the net. So the chippiness continues seemingly after every single whistle at this point. The mind games in this matchup are on a whole other level, folks. It looks like face-off is taking place in the neutral ice. Off the tie-up, picked up by Welsh, drops it off. Fired down the ice as the Macs get the kill going. Shearer up against Macdonald, takes him down. Macdonald gets back to his feet, battling against Shearer. Shearer tumbles down the play as Macdonald gathers it in. Here comes Hunter Macdonald moving down the ice with speed. Macdonald to the center. Hard collision on the front of the net there by Hunter Macdonald. And it's going to get a head contact penalty on that play. As Macdonald's going to go to the box, which will nullify the power play. So we'll have some 4-on-4 hockey here for the next 2 minutes. As the penalty to Evan Liver was a 4-minute double-minder, so the Islanders will be back on the power play if they can get through the 4-on-4. Of course, no disadvantage on 4-on-4. There's a little more time and space for both teams. As Fleming sets up on the draw. Lovett picks it up off the draw, spins it into the corner, taken away by Macdonald. Back for Fleming, turning with it. Backhand off the wall to Boutelier. Boutelier holds on, moves it across. There's a chance on the point. Ripper of a shot by Guinness goes high and wide. Guinness tumbles down to the ice on that play. Lost his footing by the boards. Boutelier. Far side. Gets it back. Guinness. Hounded by Fleet in the corner. Guinness behind his own goal, looking to set things up for the Macs. Steps out. Pass to the side. Here comes Lovett down the wing. Turns wide. Spins off a check. Drops it off to the point. Intercepted by Fleet on a whiff pass as Colby Fleet moves ahead. Slides it for McNeil. McNeil moves it across to McDonald. Back for Fleet to drive off the crossbar. Hard check in the corner there on McNeil on the follow-up. As Fleet absolutely ripped that one off the bar. Fleming. Hounded by Davidson in the corner. Davidson has to get back to the bench. Here comes Fleming down the ice. Moving wide. Fleming is drive, and he sailed that over and over the top of the blocker side. As that play whistled down here, looked like maybe a puck had caught the Max bench there on that flip play. A face-off in the neutral ice here to ensue. 33 seconds remaining in 4-on-4 action before the Islanders have a short power play on the 4-minute double-minder that still is on the clock. Draw win there for the Macs. Creelman on the near side, dumps it across for Odell. Odell against Trenum. Trenum off the wall, finds Chisholm. Chisholm, a nice play ahead for Hookshorst. Lance Hookshorst moving wide. He gets taken for a ride on the Islanders bench and falls down the ice in the process. Creelman. Lead pass to neutral ice, blocked off by Trenum. Sam Trenum dumps it in. There's a trickle with a hit on him. Islanders calling for a head contact one on that hit. They're not going to get it. Here's Creelman moves ahead. Creelman drops it off. McNeil on the reception here. Swept out through neutral ice all the way down. Breen after it. Hard check in the corner on Macdonald. Creelman off the wall. McNeil holds the line. McNeil moves it across to Trentham. Islanders on the power play now. Back to McNeil. A drive from distance goes wide. Watt follows it up. Here's Chisholm. Centering pass. Shot by McDonald. Save made. Rebound. McDonald tackled to the ice. Try to get it back to the point. And that one whistled down the offside and a hit there as the whistle blows. What a relentless pace to this game. My goodness. It looks like a stick was thrown over the glass there. A little bit of gamesmanship there by Hunter McDonald. As the mind games continue here. As McDonald's going to go to the box for that, I believe. So McDonald will go to the box for that. Crossing the line on the gamesmanship front there for Hunter McDonald. And the Max player stick tossing it over the glass for the fans. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. My goodness. So we'll have some 4-on-4 for... Well, it's still a power play, it looks like. Hunter McDonald sits in the box. Lead pass ahead. Here come the Max. Trentham. Drops it for McNeil. Move near side for Delaney. Delaney sidesteps. Nice couple moves by Delaney. Look at the move. Tries to drop it off for McGinnis. Jake McGinnis. Step 3 shoots and he sailed that over the goal. McNeil to the front. Here's McDonald to drive. That one blocked. Lead pass ahead. Here's Giddish. In alone on a breakaway. He scores! Jax Giddish is second of the game. And the Max tie it at 2 here in the second. Unbelievable. Oh, and some skirmishes after the goal here. As both teams get into the mix after the celebration. So the officials have their hands full in this one. As Shearer's going to go to the box for that. And so is McNeil. So coincidental liners on each side after that skirmish. The officials have to lay down the law on this one so far, try to get things reined in here. As we still haven't reached the halfway point of regulation just yet, and already we're in for quite a tilt so far. Oh, and a hard clip there on Chisholm was tripped up on a play. That's going to be whistled down for a penalty there against Bottomley. And it's a clipping penalty. And the Max protesting the call, but either way it's a penalty here. And some more extracurriculars here. So a 4-minute double minor here. So another power play. This one brought to you by Ideal Concrete, going for the Islanders here. Off the draw into the corner. Creelman off the glass and out. Down on neutral ice. Trentham picks it up. Sam Trentham. Far side for Watt. Watt drops it off for Trentham. Hook short. Up ahead for Chisholm. Chisholm off the wall into the corner. Hard outlet down the ice for the Max to kill some time. Trentham. Fleming chasing him down. Trentham spins. Holds onto it. Pass across for Watt to drive it into the zone for Hookshorst. Hookshorst chopped out there by Creelman. Hookshorst behind the net for Fleet. Fleet trying to center, blocked off by Creelman. Creelman fired down the ice by the Max, and they kill some more time here. They still have 3 minutes and 10 seconds with which to work to the Islanders. Here comes Sam Trentham. Up through neutral ice. Dumping it into the corner for Will Chisholm. Up against Breen. Breen knocked off. Davidson gets a hold of it. On to the point to Macdonald. Aiden Macdonald. Battle in the corner for it here. Davidson trying to work that free. Taking the read by Macdonald. Backhand feed blocked off. McKay fires it down the ice for the Max. As Ellis goes to retrieve that. Jonah Ellis. Slides it on the near side for Aiden Macdonald. Moving down the left wing side. Drops it off for Ellis. Good intercept by Ellis. Ellis trying to center it in front. Davidson has to hustle after it in the corner. Chops it for Macdonald. Didn't get solid wood on it. Onto the point. Nice play there by Ellis. Holds the line. Ellis across to Macdonald. Macdonald waits and takes. Glove save. It's loose in front. Cleared off the backboard glass. Pick three by Kieran Macdonald. Tries to step inside. Knocked off. Ellis trying to hold the line. Can't do it. Here's a chance. Here come the Maxes. Jack Skimmish again. Moving in. Trying to slide in front for Liver. A tip. Rebound chance. Cleared away. As Breen has to intercept here in the neutral ice. Just a minute 49 left in the kill for the Max as Ginnish spins with it. Josh Ginnish backhand feed into the corner for Liver. They're onside. Liver stays in. Saucer pass across. What a save by Bell. Rebound chance. That goes wide. Here comes Kieran Macdonald now. Drops it for Ellis. Ellis moving out with it. Near side for Macdonald. Intercepted there by Ginnish. Ginnish drops it off for Sullivan. Nice pass. And that's going to be an offside against the Max here. And we'll go to a TV timeout here with a message from one of our sponsors.
Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better. Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better.
And we're back for this face-off in neutral ice just outside of the Islanders zone after our TV timeout. Off the draw taken by Will Chisholm. Chisholm chips it in for Fleet. Fleet tried to make a drag move there, knocked off the puck. Will Chisholm picks it up. Chisholm saucers it across there for Watt. Watt checked, follows it up. Good play by Watt. Saucer high in the air. Picked up here and cleared down the ice by Strong. Knocked off by Bell. Trenum loose the puck. Watt holds on to it. Just under a minute left to go in the Islanders' power play as Trenum picks it up. Near side, Hookshores. Hookshores moves to neutral ice. Moves wide. Onto the point for Trenum. Trenum cross for Watt. Watt trying to center it. Creelman intercepts that. Off the glass and out and down the ice to Trenum to pick up a neutral ice. Near side for Watt. Watt intercepted by Trenum. Creelman calling for a tripping call. Not going to get it. Watt skates in and shoots. And that one blocked by Suds. In the corner for Fleet behind the goal. Fleet finds Chisholm. Chisholm to the point. McNeil a drive. Goes wide. McDonald on it. Hacking out of the net. Just 9 seconds remaining in the power play. Pass in front. Knocked off the puck. Here comes McDonald again. Looks like the Max are going to kill it off. Here's a chance in front of it. Chisholm a shot. And a save made there by Campbell with the glove. And that'll do it for the power play. The Max have killed off that one. So another big momentum swing in this game. Still tied up at 2 apiece. With 7 minutes remaining in the second frame. Aiden McDonald on the draw against Chiku Uzuchukwu. Wins it back to McGinnis on the point. John Hugh McGinnis fires a shot, deflected by Campbell into the far corner. Delaney on it against Breen. Picked up by McGinnis. Sweeping it in front. Deflection loose, and a great play there by Bottomley. Uzachukwu picks it up. He skates wide with it. Dances free to the inside. Knocked off, it's still loose. McGinnis trying to get a hold of it. McNeil off the wall. Picked up at the point by Guinness. She fires it through a traffic. Stops up in front. McNeil picks it up. Off the glass and out and down the ice. All the way down for an icing call against the Islanders. Face off in the offensive zone here for the Halifax Macdonalds. Lovett on the draw against Aiden McDonald. Draw win for Aiden McDonald, near side for Jack McGinnis. Jack McGinnis moves one stick to the head. He gets checked by two Max players at once. On for Guinness. Saucer pass ahead. All the way past McNeil. He took a tumble as Haverstock skates into the corner. Haverstock. Backhands to Delaney, picks that up. Intercepted by Breen and neutralized as the Max reset the play. Pass in, chipped in by Haverstock for a dump and chase effort. Welsh chases it down. Welsh in front of the net, and a great intercept by McNeil. Got the stick on that, but the Max still with possession here in the offensive zone. Guinness on the point, shot from distance, glove saved by Bell. He saw that through traffic and gets the whistle for his team and a line change to boot. Shots are 25-12 in favor of the Max so far in this game. Just over doubling up the Islanders in shots, and still the score remains tied up at 2 apiece. Kieran McDonald up against Evan Liver. Liver wins the draw. Chipped at there by Shearer, Will Shearer. Dances to avoid a check. Finds Fleming in the corner. Fleming off the wall to the point. Suds a drive, and this is deflected. Save made by Bell. At the far side, Davidson picks it up. Ryan Davidson chips it past the defense, chases it down. Trying to slide it in front. And when bounces in front for Kieran McDonald, picked up by Shearer. Here come the Max the other way. Off the wall to Fleming. Fleming on his off wing, a drive blocked by McCackern. Off the wall and out, Suds gathers it in. Slides it near side for Boutelier. Boutelier chipped in by Shearer. Chasing after against Ellis is Fleming. Ellis off the wall. On the point, Creelman. Creelman towards the goal. Save made by Bell. Covered up. A bit of a pile up in front again. And another play there in front. And Fleming shaken up. Look at this. Trying to draw a slashing call on the play. And I don't believe they're going to get the call here. And some more skirmishes here on the way to the bench. Plenty of gamesmanship in this one. So things still pretty chippy in this one. Well, Max in the offensive zone once again. Love it on the draw against Hook Shores. Off the draw, taken here by Chisholm, intercepted there by Sullivan. Moves it across, backhand shot, deflected, they score! It went off a body in front, and the Max take the lead here in the second. With a favorable bounce in front of the net. Looks like Lovett's going to get credit with the goal here. As the Max now put the Islanders on the back foot for their first lead of the game. Off the draw near side, shot in by Bottomley. Trenum over the line, hard check on Trenum.
Halifax goal, scorer number 14.
Takes a bounce in the zone.
This is my number 3, Ian Lovett.
Picked up by Creelman. Creelman fires it back into the netting and out of play for stoppage. So face off in neutral ice just outside of the Islanders zone here. On the near side. McKay on the draw against Aiden McDonald. Chipped off the ceiling right off the draw. Another stoppage. Knocked off by McKay, near side Breen. Fires it off the glass into the zone. Cooper Strong hustling after it. Hard check there. In the corner. As here comes Aiden McDonald up the ice. McDonald drops it for Watt. Backhand feed off the wall. Finds Cooper Strong. Cooper Strong down the wing. Drags and shoots. He sailed that past the near side. Watt trying to get a stick on that. Aiden McDonald behind his own goal. Moves it ahead for Delaney. Delaney, backhand feed, finds Watt. Off his body and back onto his blade as he skates it into the zone. Breen. Checked by Watt. Taken free by Guinness. Guinness finds Cooper Strong. Strong, far side. Here's a chance. Across to McKay. McKay a drive. Save made by Bell. Rebound chance. Covered up by Bell for a whistle here. Face off in the offensive zone once again here for the Max. Shearer on the draw against McDonald. Picked up by Odell. Odell a drive. He sailed that out over the glove hand side. Odell follows it up, sweeps it into the corner. Pass in front. Shearer a drive. He scores! Will Shearer rips it top corner against Bell. And the Max take a 2-goal lead here in the second. And Will Shearer on the board for another one. What a ripper of a shot that was. Off the draw, taken by McCacken, moves it across to Ellis. Lead pass ahead, trying to find McGinnis in stride. McGinnis waits and shoots on off the blocker and into the stands. River Welsh and Carter Odell getting the assists on the goal. Colby Fleet on the draw in the offensive zone for the Islanders. Wilches and Park to the top of the circle. Trying to get it to him as Achukwu gains it. Stopped up by McCacken on the point. Drive from distance, patted aside by Campbell. Off the glass. Again, is trying to stop that up. And that one whistled down on the hand pass. The face-off will come out to the neutral ice. Fleming off the draw, wins that battle, moves through neutral ice. And Schweizer forcing it, Creelman pressured. Sit out to neutral ice, Ellis on it. Spins it to Fleet, Colby Fleet. Steps into the zone. Fleet to McGinnis. McGinnis shoots it and it's deflected into the corner as Suggs gathers it in. Behind the net for Fleet. Wraparound chance in front, unable to pull the trigger. Here's Achukwu on the near side. Trying to move it ahead. Here comes Liver down the wing. Liver centering in front, Fleet intercepts that, gives it away in front, almost a pass for another shot there off the mask. It looked like a Fleming in front. Hauled down to the ice there was Chisholm. It was Achukwu. Backhand feed. Lead pass ahead, intercepted there by Ellis. Ellis chips it into the zone. Creelman picks that up. Riley Creelman. Saucer ahead, lead pass. Here comes a chance. Moving into the net, Liver backhand shot, he scores! Evan Liver with another one, and it's 5-2 for the Max. So at this stage of the game, the Islanders really have their work cut out for them here. It's coming to an early lead, and now they're down by 3 here near the close of the second. And the Macs have already totaled 31 shots on goal. They're unable to crack Bell for the first half of the game, and then all of a sudden the goals came in bunches here in the second period. As here comes Sullivan down the left wing side. Tipping it ahead. Taken here by Hookshorst down the left wing side. Hookshorst drops it off for McDonald. Ian McDonald drives, stopped in front of rebound chance. Another shot. Bounces free and is picked up now and skated out by Bottomley. Bottomley down the wing. Steps into the middle. Backhand shot over the goal. Another chance to the side of the goal picked up here by Trenum. Trenum off the wall. Swept to neutral ice. Green gains a hold of it. Green across for Boutelier. Boutelier moves it ahead for Sullivan skating in. Dropping it off. Love it. Chops at it. Unable to keep it alive. And a penalty called here. And so Lovett's going to go to the box for cross-checking here. So another power play. This one brought to you by Ideal Concrete. It's another Islanders power play. A face-off setting up to the left of the goaltender, Cale Campbell. Chipped in the corner. Creelman gains possession. Fires it all the way down for the Max. Stopped up by Ellis. Ellis against Liver. Liver. He gets checked by Ellis. Picked up by McDonald. Aiden McDonald. Right wing side, near side for Davidson. Davidson moving wide. Dropped off to McGinnis. McGinnis to the point to McDonald. McDonald across for Ellis. Ellis shoots it from distance, glove down and held by Campbell. With 46 seconds remaining in the second period of play. Minute 31 remaining on the power play for the Islanders as McDonald wins it back, but it's just a little too hot to handle for Hunter McDonald, who drops it off for Ellis. Near side McDonald, trying to chop it into the zone. Creelman picks that up. Riley Creelman, hard out and all the way down. Stopped up by Bell as Shearer comes to the goal. The Max on that aggressive penalty kill have earned themselves an offensive zone face-off here with 29 seconds left to go in the second. Off the draw, won by the Islanders. Fired down the neutral ice, picked up by Riley Creelman. Creelman dumps it back into the corner as Trenum picks it up behind his own goal. Near side, Hookshorst. Steps to the middle, drops it off for a lead pass for Watt. Watt moves it to Chisholm, deflected on goal, taken over by Fleet. Colby Fleet. Gonna work it down low, picked up by Trenum on the point. Trenum off the wall. To the front, here's Fleet. Trying to get it to the net, a shot there, sails over the goal at the horn. The Max put 4 goals on the board in the second period to take a 5-2 lead in this one, heading into the third. This second intermission brought to you by Ron McGilvery Chev Buick GMC. Whether you're looking for a new or a new-to-you vehicle, Ron McGilvery Chev Buick GMC has you covered. With a wide range of selection, amazing deals, knowledgeable and friendly staff that will get you into your dream vehicle. Visit Ron McGilvery Chev Buick GMC and Ron McGilvery Certified Pre-Owned Center at 75 St. Andrew Street in Antigonish, or call at 902-863-2803. That's 902-863-2803, or shop online at rmggm.com. That's rmggm.com. The Islanders would also like to extend a thank you to Zutphen Contractors and Ideal Concrete for participating in their co-branding program. In addition to being a member of the Islanders sponsorship team, they've also sponsored tracksuits for the 2025-26 coaching staff and players. And also a special thank you to Nova Trophy for providing the Islanders players and staff with Islanders hoodies this season. So a 5-2 lead for the Halifax Max heading into the third period of play, coming at you shortly after this intermission break. Stay tuned, folks. The Islanders and the Max make their way back onto the ice surface for this third period of play. The Halifax Max, after taking that late first period goal to give the Islanders a 2-1 lead to start the second, came out with 4 goals of their own in that second period. They gain a 5-2 lead here to start the third. The Islanders definitely have their work cut out for them here in the third period of play, as they're down by 3 goals. But they have 45 seconds of power play time to start the third. Brought to you by Ideal Concrete. So 45 seconds of power play time for the Islanders to start the third period of play. Of course, Will Chisholm, number 17, getting a misconduct penalty at the close of that second period, heading into the dressing room areas. He got to a heated argument with one of the officials. Now he has to sit in the box for 10. And that one taken here by Suds. Suds outlet play, neutral ice, Liver chasing it down. Against Jack Bell, spins it around on the far side for Hookshores. Hookshores, battled free by Liver, tries to get a hold of it. Taken away by Trenum, hounded by Liver. Look at Liver go, the hustle here, trying to send it in front for Fleming, a drive. Picked off by Watt. Here comes Lex Watt down the near side wall. Moves wide, holds on, tries to center it. Wraps it around the boards. Davidson now picks it up, trying to get the cycle play going here for the Islanders. Just 8 seconds remaining on their power play to start the third. Davidson drops it off for Trenum. Trenum a drive from distance all the way through. Glove down by Campbell for stoppage and play. Kieran Macdonald on the draw. McKay wins the draw off the wall. McCacken chops it back into the zone, but the Islanders have to tag up as they're offside. Green in front. Lost the puck to Macdonald. Unable to corral that towards the goal. Islanders on the forecheck. Far side McGinnis. The check. Ellis on the point. Ellis chips it past. Chops it into the corner. McDonald. Hunter McDonald. Check there. Kieran McDonald there to help him out. Cooper Strong. Lead pass ahead. Knocked off. Here's Ellis now on the neutral ice. The defensive zone rather. Moves it ahead to Kieran McDonald as he steps in. Kieran McDonald trying to drop it off. Picked off here by Strong. Trying to lead pass for Sullivan. Taken away by McKay. He dumps it into the corner for the Max. McGinnis on it. Finds McNeil. Centering pass from McDonald. Trying to dance with it. Knocked off the puck by McKay. Here he comes. McKay. Hard. Looks to have hit the official there. An official blocking that shot towards the Islanders bench in the midsection. Didn't even flinch. Aiden McDonald drops it off for Cooper Meal, intercepted by Haverstock. Nash Haverstock spins it there onto the neutral ice as it hops out. Suds chops it into the corner. McNeil has to chase it down here for the Islanders. Up against Haverstock. John Hugh McGinnis. Taken back by McNeil. McNeil. Far side, picked up by Bottomley. Bottomley chips it past McDonald. Or McGinnis rather. Bottomley checked by McNeil. McNeil trying to get in possession here. Calling to move that puck. Here comes McDonald. Passer Delaney. Delaney chips it into the corner. Stopped up by Campbell. Drops it off for Suds. He chops it into the corner. Here comes McDonald. Aiden McDonald waits and shoots. Blocked in front by Boutier. McDonald gets tied up with Lovett. As Lovett takes a dive there. Neutral ice on Delaney. A shot there. Bottomley trying to put it towards the goal. Stopped up by McDonald. And the interference call on Delaney there. On that play in neutral ice. So now the Islanders down a man. It's a power play. So once again, staying out of the box has been a struggle here for the Islanders. This power play brought to you by Zeppelin Contractors. The Max once again on the attack as Creelman moves it across. Liver down low for Lovett. Lovett finds Fleming. Fleming below the goal line. Head to Shearer. Shearer on the point to Creelman. Creelman back for Shearer. Back for Creelman. Creelman back for Shearer. Shearer a drive, deflected on goal. Rebound chance in front. Cleared aside onto the point to Creelman again. Unable to clear the Islanders. Move to see your side to Shearer again. Shearer across to Creelman. Back to Shearer. Shearer. Give and go. Chopping out of his Chisholm. Creelman on the point. Holding line Fleming. Pass in front and a shot there by Lovett goes wide. Drop down low. Lovett. Moves on the point. Walks the line. Holds on. Shoots through traffic and a save made by Bell. Carter O'Dell on the draw against Colby Fleet. Fleet wins the draw, but Sullivan on the attack for the forecheck gets a hold of it. Shot towards the goal, saved by Bell. Rebound cleared down the ice by the Islanders. Just under a minute remaining in their penalty kill as Sudds skates it down against Macdonald. Macdonald trying to outposition him behind the goal. Here comes Welsh. River Welsh, skate to stick, moves it. Near side for Guinness. Jack Guinness, he's already got two. Holds on. Drops it to Sudds. Sudds. Back to Guinness. Guinness trying to slide it through to Welsh. Welsh chops it into the corner. Good cycle here for the Max. O'Dell. 20 seconds remaining on their power play. O'Dell across to Guinness, calling for the pass. Guinness down low. Give and go to Guinness. A drive. Save. Rebound chance is loose in front. Still loose. Another shot. Stopped by Bell and it covered up. Chaos in front of the Islanders' net. The Max still on the attack on the power play for another 9 seconds. Brought to you by Zeppelin Contractors. Picked up here and fired down the ice by McNeil on goal as Campbell plays that. Drops it for Sudds. And we're back to even strength. As Solani makes his way back to the bench. Pass in, chipped into the corner. Delayed offside against the Max here. They whistled down on it. Up here as we move to neutral ice just outside the Max zone. It's going to go down into their end here. Aiden McDonald on the draw. Picked up, fired off the wall by Breen. McNeil tried to hold it. Moved out to Bottomley. Here comes Bottomley. Moving wide, holds on, shoots, and that one blocked by McGinnis into the netting for a stoppage in play. Face off in the offensive zone for the Max. 35-17 in the shots in favor of the Max. One to the point. Okay. Unable to hold the line here. As McGinnis gathers that in, finds McDonald and steps in the inside. Hunter McDonald a shot. Sailed out over the goal. Aiden McDonald there helping him out in the corner. Work below. Boudreaux on it. Takes a check from McDonald. Fired back into the zone by McGinnis. Off the wall. McNeil trying to hold that. Haverstock on him. McNeil fires it back in, but it's picked up by Breen. Here comes Breen. Dropping it off. Couple moves by Bottomley. Here's Bottomley with it. And a delayed penalty on the play and a shot on goal after the whistle here. And so a head contact penalty coming on the way here. So Breen is going to the box here for head contact. Well, this Islanders power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete. There's still a chance to come back in the game here. It's a whole new contest. If the Islanders can pull within 2, there's still plenty of hockey left to play, folks. That's Hookshor's on the draw. One by Shearer. Suds off the boards. Creelman trying to gain possession in the corner. Back down low for Watt. Lex Watt onto the point for Fleet. Fleet spinning with it. Backhands it back for Hookshores. Stopping it up. Hookshores.
Penalty for Halifax.
Play in front.
19,
And it looks like the net is off the moorings here.
Then again, number 19, Joseph Breen, 4 minutes for head contact.
Well, the Joseph Breen penalty is a 4-minute double minor. So plenty of time to kill for the Max. Taken by Creelman off the draw, spinning. Creelman hounded there by 2 Islanders. On the point, Trenum. Back down. Trenum gets it back, give and go across. There's Lex Watt. Turns with it. Out behind the goal, chops it over to Fleet. Colby Fleet. Back down low for Watt. Watt on the point. Hookshorst across to Trenum. Trenum back across one time for Watt. He fanned on it. Strong on it. Here comes a chop play there by Shearer, trying to get Trenum by surprise. Swept in the corner by Watt. Once again, he goes for a change for the power play unit. Suds off the wall. Taken by McDonald. Hunter McDonald near side for Ellis. Jonah Ellis moves up the ice. Dances by 1. Drops it off to McDonald. Pass in front there from Aiden McDonald, unable to pull the trigger as the Max backhanded out of the zone to kill some more time. 2:36 remaining on their power play of the Islanders here as Ellis moves it near side for Aiden McDonald. Aiden McDonald down the wing. Tries to step by a hit. That one cleared out. Hunter McDonald has to make chase. Up against Lovett. Hunter McDonald off the side of the goal. Here's Lovett again. Lovett turning on the forecheck. Aggressive forecheck on the penalty kill here by Lovett. Trying to get a short-handed bid in front of the net and forced to cover is Jack Bell. Great hustle there by Lovett. Kill some time and he gets into the grill of Jonah Ellis in front of the net. And they exchange some pleasantries in front. And McDonald against Liver on the draw. Taken by McGinnis off the draw. Jake McGinnis. Knocked off the puck. Chip back over to Fleming. He's got Liver with him. Fleming rips a shot there. That one off the pad and into the netting. The Islanders still on the power play for another minute 55. Brought to you by Ideal Concrete. Off the draw to the point, moved across to Jack Skinner. It just escapes him. He has to chase it down here for the Max. Up against Colby Fleet. Finish. Near side up off the wall and hit a stanchion and a funny hop. A lucky one for Fleming. Fleming in the goal. Backhand shot save made by Bell. What an effort by Fleming to get the shot away. So he was hauled down halfway through the net. Or towards the net, I should say. Saucer pass out for Fleming. Picked off by Trenum. Trenum moves it ahead for Fleet. Colby Fleet down the wing. Stops up. Pinned on the boards. And chipped out of the zone by the Max. Hookshorst in the corner. Wraps it around for Trenum. Sam Trenum near side for Lex Watt. Watt dumps it in the corner, takes a hit from Odell for good measure. As Campbell holds on, drops it for Creelman. Creelman off the glass and out to neutralize for Sullivan. Hard check there. Collision between Sullivan and Hunter McDonald. McDonald tripped up on the play. That's going to draw a penalty here as Watt skates in. He has his stick slashed out of his hands. And a skirmish after the whistle there between Watt and Creelman as well. So 2 players in the box for the Max here. Will be a 5-on-3 advantage. Brought to you by Deal Concrete for the next 46 seconds. Well, this game has not been too short on the penalty front for sure. Both teams piling up the time spent in the box here as McDonald moves with it behind the goal. Aiden McDonald on the point to Ellis. Ellis moves it across. Hunter McDonald a drive in front looking for a pass for Aiden McDonald, and a great active stick there in front of the net by Lovett. And face off to the right of the goaltender, Cale Campbell. Just nearing the halfway point of the third period of play. Ellis on the point. Protects the puck, sweeps it from Hunter McDonald. McDonald steps in, passes across, looking for McGinnis for the one-time option, and he wasn't prepared to receive that pass. Welsh fired down the ice by Creelman. Kill some time on the 5-on-3 advantage. Just 15 seconds remaining on that bid. But will ensue with about a minute 20 of power play time on the 5-on-4 again for the Islanders as Hunter McDonald skates in. He's tripped down to the ice. Gets back to his feet, turns in the corner. Knocked down again, and that's fired down the ice. Outlet play by Jack Bell. Finds McGinnis in stride, but McDonald was offside. A face-off taking place just outside the max zone here. Fleet wins it back to Trenum. Trenum moves it across for Hookshorst. Hookshorst avoiding a hit, almost a collision between 2 Max players there. On the quick move by Hookshorst, fired down the ice by the Max. Jack Bell stops it up for Trenum. Trenum has to watch there as Bottomley was hounding him. Near side for Lex Watt, dumping it into the zone, off the glass and around. Hookshorst chips it in. Suds wraps it around and out and down the ice. As Bell has to stop it up once more. 35 seconds remaining in the power play for the Islanders. Hookshorst. Near side for Watt. Lex Watt down the wing. Chopped out there and freed up. Shearer tries to get a stick on that. Fleet spins off a check. Drops it off for Trenum. Sam Trenum. Fakes the pass. Trenum dumps it into the corner. He takes a check from Shearer. Wrapped on the near side, Shearer trying to chip it out of the zone. Trenum holds the line, moves it across. Opens out for Hookshorst, a drive towards the goal. And he takes a hit to get that shot away. Trenum on the point. Davidson picks it up. Davidson a drive, blocking aside, rebound chance in front. Follows it up, tries to find Watt. Hookshorst spins a shot towards the goal. Watt follows up, drive, that one blocked as well. Sacrifice the body there by the Halifax defenders. It's fired back down. Shearer picks it up, we're back to even strength. Lead passer Haverstock, and he can't handle the pass. That'll be an icing call against the Macdonalds as we'll go to a TV timeout here with a message from one of our sponsors.
Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better. Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better.
And we're back for this offensive zone draw here for the Islanders. Off the tie-up. Delaney trying to pick that up. Picked up here. Strong leads it pass for Haverstock. One-on-one. Nash Haverstock. Nice move by Haverstock, and he's knocked off by Ellis. Intercept there. Delaney picks it up. Taken away by Uzochukwu, trying to clear that one into the stands again for another stoppage. Face off in the offensive zone for the Halifax Max. Uzochukwu on the draw against Kieran Macdonald. And that one whistled down on the false start here. And Uzochukwu has to leave the face-off dot. Haverstock steps in his place. Uzochukwu hustling after it there. Picked off by Delaney. Delaney lead pass ahead for McGinnis. Picked off here. Outlet down the ice. McCacken to Ellis. Ellis back for McCacken. Thomas McCacken. Trying to find Ellis. Intercepted by Haverstock. Unable to get ahead. Taken by the Max. Haverstock takes a check there from McDonald. Moved across for Uzochukwu. Uzochukwu down the wing. Check there by Ellis. Stays on his feet. On the point, Guinish. Guinish. Backhand feed picked up there by Breen. Breen a drive from distance. Deflected wide. Uzochukwu drops it off to Guinish. Guinish on the point. Walks the line. Slides it across. Breen. Back to Guinish. Guinish shoots from distance. Save made by Bell. Rebound covered up. And no rebound for the whistle. Face off in the offensive zone for the Max. Evan Liver on the draw against Aiden McDonald. Liver trying to put it in front. It's taken away by Hunter McDonald. Saucer pass knocked out of the air by Jake McGinnis, looking to play with a high stick there. And Fleming is down in the defensive end for the Islanders here. And Fleming looking as he's getting tossed here. And a game misconduct penalty for Fleming as he skates off the ice here. The officials taking exception. But also a penalty to Trenum as well. Off the draw, picked up by Myra. Carter Myra down low. Here comes Liver. Evan Liver shoots. The blocked in front by McDonald. Picked up again. Myra spins it into the corner for Liver. Liver avoids a check. Backhands it near side for Strong. Cooper Strong on the point for Creelman. Creelman down low for Liver. Liver to the net. Loose in front. Strong can't get a stick on that. It's fired into the stands for a stoppage in play. And so once again, that penalty to Sam Trenum results in a power play for the Max. Minute 31 remaining on that one. This one brought to you by Zephyr Contractors. Creelman off the draw. Takes a hold of it. Walks the line, steps in, drops it off. Shot by Shearer is blocked. Off the boards, back for River Welsh on the point. Across for Riley Creelman. Creelman shot from distance, an evasive shot that was as he faked the pass and took the shot. Jack Bell was wise to that and he covered the angle and made the save. Once again, this power play brought to you by Zeppelin Contractors. Carter Odell on the draw against Lance Hookshorst. Wins the draw, back to the point to Creelman. Creelman down for Shearer, trying to swoop it in front, picked off there by Kieran McDonald, or McCacken rather. As tried to center it, McCacken turns wide. Hounded there, moves it to neutral ice to McGinnis. McGinnis fires it into the zone for the Islanders as Hookshorst makes chase shorthanded. Off the wall, picked up by McGinnis. Jake McGinnis, he's got the lone 2 goals for the Islanders. Fired back in by McGinnis. Stopped up by Campbell. Riley Creelman almost lost the hold of that. It's taken here by Welsh now. Welsh trying to dance with it. Holds on, trying to center. Shearer gets a hold now. Will Shearer in his own zone. Moves behind his goal, stops up to set up the play. Drops it off for Suds. Suds off the near side wall for Welsh. Welsh gathers in, tried to center it. Bouthier trying to get a stick on that. It's taken by Jake McGinnis. Off the official and gathered in by Welsh. Here Welsh finds Suds. Suds with a touch play to Bouthier. Here comes Bouthier. Moving in, trying to get past Ellis there. They have to tag up as they're offside. That one skated over the line for an offside call against the Max. Face off in neutral ice just outside the Islanders zone as Lovett steps up to the draw against Fleet. Lovett wins the draw to Bottomley. Bottomley skating in the zone, trying to make a move against Cooper McNeil, unable to get past him. Suds fires in the corner. Ellis. Near side for Davidson. Trying to chip out of the zone. Guinness holds the line. Fleet battles it free. Moves it ahead for Will Chisholm. Will Chisholm swoops it into the corner for Davidson. Goes past Davidson's Bottomley chases after it. Getting a hold by Fleet. Fleet into the corner. Finds Guinness. Guinness off the near side wall for Sullivan. Sullivan finds Lovett. Lovett chips it past the defense. 2-on-1 the other way for the Max. Lovett moves wide. Waits. Across. They score. Lovett to Bottomley. And it's a 6-2 lead for the Max here in the third period of play. That one will likely spell the end for the Islanders here in this game as time is starting to wind down with that 3-goal cushion for the Max in this game, and then that one really cemented the conclusion here as we're nearing these final few minutes of play. As that one moved ahead. And icing call here against the Max. Kieran McDonald on the draw in the offensive zone. Taken by Watt. Lex Watt, a shot off the draw. The play whistled down here. Another head contact penalty. This one going against Jack McGinnis, it looks like. So the Islanders will go back to the box here for head contact once again. This penalty, or power play rather, brought to you by Ideal Concrete as the Max back on the power play. McKay on the draw. Off the glass. Breen holds the line. Gets it back for Strong into the corner. Trentham trying to chase it down. Finds Lucas Chisholm trying to clear it. Intercepted. Hard check there by Macdonald. Another hard check. Breen a drive. That one blocking aside. Let's swat after it against Breen. Trentham trying to get a stick on that. Here's Strong. Cooper Strong. Moving in, shot, and that blocked in front. Another chance. Haverstock. Checked hard by Macdonald. Need to head here. Shot from distance. That one deflected wide by Bell. Watt trying to hustle it down. Breen gets a hold of it on the point. Breen holds the line. Tries to fire towards the goal. Taken here by Boutillier. Down low for Strong. Cooper Strong. Off the boards to Boutillier. Boutillier holds on. Off the wall again for Haverstock. Haverstock back for Boutillier. Boutillier drive from distance. Deflected. They score! The Max back on the board again on the power play. They have a 5-goal lead here in the third. At 7-2. As McKay with the deflection in front. A draw win for Halifax. He passes and Chukwu chips it into the corner as McCacken chases it down. Thomas McCacken drops it around the boards. Intercepted by Bottomley. Off the wall, Macdonald. Pass across from McCacken. McCacken skates up with it. Thomas McCacken spins it into the corner for Macdonald. Macdonald against Creelman. Bottomley intercepts. Off the wall, unable to get a hold of it. Here comes Liver. Liver ahead for Chukwu, chasing it down in the corner. Chukwu, pass in front, blocked by McCacken. Macdonald leaves it for Hunter Macdonald, trying to dance. Unable to get a hold of it. Near side for Creelman. Creelman to Liver. Liver across on the far side for Bottomley. Bottomley skates in. Drag move is nice. To the goal, pass in front, they score again. And it's Liver for an 8-2 lead here for the Max. And victory of formality at this point. It looks like there's another misconduct penalty being called here. As Chukwu is getting tossed from the game on that goal celebration. Draw 1-2 Cooper McNeil. McNeil dumps it into the corner. Breen gets a hold of it. Breen hounded by Fleet. Battling behind the goal line. Chisholm in front of that shot is sailed over the goal by Hookshores. Into the stands for a stoppage in play. Face off in the offensive zone here for the Islanders.
Goal for Halifax, scored by number 20.
Breen trying to clear it.
This is by number 14.
Shearer off the glass after neutral ice. Neal trying to take the body there. Breen lead pass for Odell. Carter Odell leaves it for Shearer. Will Shearer steps inside, holds on and shoots. Save made with the pad rebound chance in front. And a hard collision there in front of the net. Another collision with the goaltender there. As Carter Odell aggressive in the blue paint. Islanders take exception to that. Minute 22 remaining here in the third. Myra dumps it in around the boards. Ellis trying to pick it up against Lovett. The wall, McNeil chasing it down. Delivers a body check there to try to get the puck loose. Hookshore's trying to clear it past Sullivan. Hookshore's off the wall. Myra has to chase it down here in his own zone. And that one whistled down the icing call. Face off in the offensive zone here for the Halifax Max once again. Just nearing the minute remaining mark of the third period of play. The Max well in control. That one taken off the draw. Shot off the draw, blocked aside by Bell. Kept alive there by Myra. Off the glass, I'm going to get out of the zone here. Checked by Chisholm on Boutelier. Off the wall, Myra gathering it in against Fleet. Off the boards, near side. Ellis. Near side for Fleet. Colby Fleet down the wing. Trying to step it past Myra. Will Chisholm gets possession. Positive for Fleet and a glove save there for Carol Campbell. And McKay and Trenham exchanging pleasantries there. Off the draw, chipped out to neutral ice. Trenham stops it up, dumps it back into the corner. Campbell stopping it up behind his own goal. Myra wraps it around. Watt intercepts. Shoots it to the front, unable to get the shot away was McGinnis. As Watt tangles up with Haverstock behind the Max goal, behind the play. Another pass in front. Shot is stopped by Bell. Another shot. That one whistled down with 1 second to play. As Haverstock and Watt were getting into the mix behind the play. And they'll just call the game at this stage. The Halifax Macdonalds with a dominant 8-2 victory here at the Al McGuinness Sports Center over the Cape Breton West Islanders. Trying to line up a couple victories here heading into playoff season. So they have this weekend trip all the way to Cape Breton. First a win yesterday evening against the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush, and then a dominant victory here once again against Cape Breton West Islanders. That'll do it for this one, folks. This has been Brendan Maloney from High Button Sports. Thanking you for tuning in.